Hello everyone, Steve from Pact here, and I wanted to share a little story as a way of celebrating people today. So, not a lot of people know this, but my first love before dogs was music. And the type of music that I loved was, well, basically the weirder the better. Kind of think of sound collagey, weird noises, that kind of music. The kind of music that's probably more fun to play than it is to listen to. But anyway, I digress. I fell into a collective of other people that had similar tastes, and they were all based in Brighton. And this collective of people were wonderful. And when I was immersed in this scene, because I guess I'd lived a kind of sheltered life up to this point, but when I was immersed in this scene, I had my first experiences with a truly diverse group of people from all sorts of backgrounds. It was wonderful. And what I quickly noticed in that scene was there weren't any kind of stigmas, dramas, or that weird type of sort of like othering that sort of blocks people and ultimately kind of stifles creativity, because you couldn't have that if you're, doing this kind of free form, free flowing, improvised kind of music. All that was really in this group was just love and support for one another, and that love and inclusivity fostered just an amazing amount of creativity. And it was, to this day, it's probably one of the most fun, amazing groups of people that I've had the pleasure of being around, and I'll forever be grateful for those days. But the point of this story was that I learned there, or my worldview started to be moulded, that the world has more than one person, more than one idea, more than one possibility even. And what I thought was a real act of humanity when I was in that group was the fact that no one would ever get in anyone's way. There was no one standing in each other's way. There was no, we were using shoulders to stand on rather than barge people out of the way. It was really, really wonderful. It was all about, listening with an open heart and fostering creativity and just trusting and allowing others to flourish, and that wouldn't, if you did do that, that wouldn't diminish you in any way. If anything, it made everything better. And I guess, I like to imagine a world on that grand scale, a world where we're not getting in each other's way, where we're making space for each other. So I guess that's the story I wanted to tell. I mean, I was lucky that shaped my worldview, and it's something that I've taken with me into my work at Pact for sure anyway. All of those things I learned in those heady days. When we practice the art of just getting out of each other's way, things flow freely, and that sort of collective potential isn't just unlocked, it turns out that it gets amplified. So there's my little story. I wish everyone a lovely day. Bye-bye.